Hello, I'm Steve, and I'm thrilled to have you with me today. Whether you're a first time listener or a long time fan, I've got a fantastic episode lined up for you. Let me ask you something. What do you think is the number one thing that can make or break your success? Whether it's learning English, staying fit, or reaching any goal. If there's one thing that truly determines success, it has to be self discipline. It's what keeps us moving forward, even when motivation fades. And now that I mention it, I've been struggling with self discipline lately. I've been falling behind on some personal goals and, to be honest, feeling a bit undisciplined. We all have those moments where we set big goals and then struggle to stick with them. For example, I've been wanting to exercise more, but the days when I need to work out always seem to clash with my Netflix Bing sessions. I just can't seem to keep the momentum going. And I keep thinking, I'll start tomorrow. Ah, yeah, the classic I'll start tomorrow syndrome. We've all been there. But hey, this is exactly why we're talking about self discipline today. Because without it, we end up procrastinating and losing sight of our goals. So, in today's episode, we're going to break down how to build self discipline, why it's crucial for success, and how we can stay motivated even when things get tough. And the best part? I've got some practical tips to share that'll help you stay disciplined in both your English learning and other areas of your life. As always, there's a special treat for you, our free PDF guide for today's episode, which includes key takeaways, comprehension questions, and grammar exercises. You can use it to reinforce what you learned today and keep improving your discipline in English. And don't forget, I'll also be introducing some new intermediate level vocabulary throughout the episode. These words and phrases will help you sound even more natural when you speak English. And I'll be breaking them down in the vocabulary section later on. So, stick around because this episode is packed with practical insights that will help you build self-discipline and take your English skills to new heights. Whether you're looking to build better habits, improve your speaking confidence, or just get better at staying focused, this episode is for you. Alright, let's get started with today's topic. How to build self-discipline and stay consistent on the path to success. Let's kick things off with the first tip. Start with tiny habits. If you're aiming to build self-discipline, focusing on small, manageable habits is a great way to begin. Every year, I set huge goals, like working out for an hour every day or eating perfectly. And every year, by mid-January, I'm already overwhelmed and burned out. It's frustrating because I can't keep up with such big expectations. New Year's resolutions can be so tempting, but they can also lead to burnout if we try to do too much at once. The key is to start small and build momentum. I've realized that when I focus on tiny habits, like committing to just 5 minutes of exercise each day, I'm more likely to stick with it. It feels more manageable, and over time, it builds up. Tiny habits, done consistently, help you build momentum. Like I said, 5 minutes of exercise every day seems small, but over a few weeks or months, it can really add up. Yeah, it's the same with language learning. Instead of committing to study English for an hour, commit to just 5 minutes of practice a day. Whether it's reading, listening, or learning a new word, over time, that small habit will turn into progress, and you'll feel more confident without feeling stressed. Remember, consistency is key. James Clear in Atomic Habits talks about how small habits compound over time. The idea is to make the habit so small that you can't say no to it. You might only practice for a few minutes, but that small effort, done consistently, leads to big results. And the best part is, when you focus on small habits, they naturally become part of your routine. It's easier to stay disciplined without feeling like you're forcing yourself. Totally. And now, moving to the second tip. Focus on systems, not just goals. Goals are great, but they don't always lead to success without clear system to back them up. I've definitely made that mistake. I'd set big goals like, I want to lose 30 pounds in 3 months, but without system in place, I just couldn't keep up. I'd start strong, but then get discouraged when I didn't see quick results. Exactly. That's where systems come in. A system is a series of small, daily actions that get you closer to your goal. So instead of focusing on the outcome, you should focus on creating a system for success. For example, you can practice English for just 10 minutes every morning or listen to English podcasts during your commute. By making these small, consistent habits a part of your daily routine, you will start seeing big results over time. Yes, and once your system is in place, it becomes automatic. You don't have to rely on motivation. You just follow the routine, no matter how small it seems. When I focus on building a routine, I'm not stressing about the end goal, just about following through with the system I've set up. Exactly. Systems are what keep you on track. With the right system in place, you're less likely to burn out or give up because your actions become consistent and automatic, right? It's like creating a path that leads you to your goal without all the bumps and detours. Once the system in place, it becomes second nature. Exactly. And that leads us to the next tip. Make habits attractive. If you make a habit fun, sticking with it becomes a whole lot easier. I totally agree. When I started exercising, I used to dread it. But when I started making it enjoyable, I listened to my favorite music or watch a funny TV show while stretching. Suddenly, working out wasn't such a chore. Exactly. The same approach works for English practice. If you find ways to make it enjoyable, like watching an exciting English show or treating yourself after a study session, it makes the process so much more fun. That's a great idea. If you reward yourself after practicing English, like with a small treat or a fun activity, it'll keep you motivated. It's like briefing yourself to learn, but in a good way. Well, who doesn't love a little self-burbery? Positive reinforcement is powerful. When you pair good habits with rewards, it makes it more likely you'll stick with them. Your brain loves rewards, and it will strengthen the habit over time. So, making habits attractive by pairing them with rewards means you're more likely to stick to your goals, whether it's fitness or language learning. Who knew being disciplined could involve snacks and TV? Yeah, right. Discipline doesn't have to be a boring task. And that leads us to the next step: designing your environment for success. The truth is, your surroundings can either help or hurt your discipline. Yeah, I can definitely vouch for that. When my desk is cluttered or I've got snacks all around me, I get distracted really quickly. Yeah, like a setup for disaster. If your environment doesn't support your goals, it's way too easy to give in to distractions. Exactly. That's why I've started keeping my workout clothes right by my bed and my gym bag near the door. That way, I'm reminded to exercise first thing in the morning. I also moved the snacks away from my desk to avoid temptation and stay focused. Smart move. Okay, thanks for spending this time with me. I'm Steve, and I'll see you next time on Speak English with Steve. Bye bye.